Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Smark Tank. I am Shannon Epstein, alongside the wondrous one, Bob Black.
No, speak English.
Oh, man.
No. Greatest
Wrestling,
heel turn of the century.
wrestling is so lame now.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
so over wrestling. I'm
There's
going to
so-
stop this podcast.
There's so many good things that happened
No, of course there is.
this week.
Of course there is.
Even though I'm down on WrestleMania.
Do you know that Cedric Alexander is the first African American to win a championship at WrestleMania?
Is he really?
Yes.
Do we not count The Rock?
He's full-blooded African American.
Okay.
I don't know. Rock is like, I feel like Rock identifies as more Samoan, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Culturally
Apparently, he gets very, very testy.
pigeonholed,
Apparently, he gets very testy about that. About like people being like he's not black.
but he is. He's definitely black.
Yeah.
Like his father's fucking Rocky Johnson.
Yes. He's a
Yeah.
very, so, but yeah, all right, that's cool. That's cool.
I mean, I don't know.
Shout out.
Yeah,
That was a really good match.
it was. It was a really, and the fans were into it.
Only thing I didn't like about it was the Ronda Rousey promo in the middle of it, right when like the heart of the storyline.
Dude.
I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
It wasn't just Ronda Rousey. It was a promo for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I was
at
like,
WrestleMania.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
So like these fuckers can't even get their shit together so badly that they're basically copy pasting the YouTube stream.
I was like, "Oh my god!"
And I was thinking, why are they giving an ad for WrestleMania while we're watching WrestleMania? And then I'm like, oh right, because this is the pre-show. We're not even watching WrestleMania. This shit is free on YouTube right now.
I was just like, "This is silly." I was like, "This is."
They are not fair
Like, this
to
is prime-
people who do pay
Yeah.
$9.99 a month.
I was like, "This is prime storytelling." Like, there was a whole story that I got told during that promo that we didn't get to really get to see because Ronda Rousey. Like, I don't care. We'll deal with Ronda Rousey later.
Yeah,
Give me
you're
my
gonna
story.
have the match of the night.
Yeah, give me my story, damn it. I want to see, Cedric be like, "Nah, I'm not going to beat you when you get counted out. I'll take you out the ring." Right? I wanted to see that story, but they didn't want us to see it.
They always trying to hold the black man down.
They didn't love
Like I
us.
said.
They don't love us.
Like I said.
The Andre the Giant Battle Royal was fun.
It's fun because there was a story developed out of it with
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt coming
woke-
to the aid
Coming woken.
of Matt Hardy out of nowhere.
He's reincarnated.
He was like the RKO of the night, man.
It was very, very, very fun. It was a fun, like, I loved when, I think one of my favorite moments when Ty Dillinger and,
Who are you?
Who are you? It's like, 10, delete. And like, it's like the battle of the chants. And I was just like, that's.
It's
really
nice to
awesome.
see that 10 is still over,
Yeah.
even though they don't show him on TV, only because his chant is over and Vince hates it.
I love how Vince hates chants that get over, but like WWE's dominated by chants that get over.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was the whole reason with Daniel Bryan is they were like, I don't think Daniel Bryan's over. I think his chant's over.
And it's like, well, you
Like,
know
you're
what?
insane.
No, you know what? You're an idiot. There you go.
You are fucking stupid.
There you go. There you go. You're a dummy. You don't know how to read your audience anymore, Vince.
That's like saying Andre the Giant wasn't over, but how big he was over.
Yeah, that's you not being able to read your
Like
audience.
Andre the Giant as a person, meh, but like look at him.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
fuck your idiocy. Anyway, there's so much to get through.
So much.
Naomi won, eliminating Bailey.
I'm okay with that.
In the 20 women battle royal. They can't give them as many as the men.
Yeah.
They don't deserve to have a 30 woman over the top battle royal because they don't have enough women? Question mark?
I think they were holding back a couple women to get premiered next on Raw, so they didn't want to have them to show up.
Oh yeah, like Ember and
Yeah. So I thought it was fine. I liked that Naomi was winning. She was an early pick for me. I changed my pick later, but I did remember her being an early pick for me, being like, I think she could win the Battle Royal.
I don't think. Well, the
Like,
problem is
yeah.
the battle royal doesn't really matter until they do something like of significance later in the year in order to say that the battle royal mattered. So if you just pull a Cesaro treatment on Naomi,
I think she's definitely gonna have like a feud with Carmella.
Sure. I mean that's fine, but like,
Or have her win.
and I think they're just pulling Charlotte like away from the title like right away.
Sure. It's good. She. I mean, we'll talk about that later. But like, I think she needs to be pulled away from the title. She had her title run. It was really good. She beat the streak, which is something else we'll talk about later. Now it's time to pull her away from the title. She doesn't need to be. She's
above the title actually. For the women.
Is.
I mean, I'd like to see her do some different things now.
She's their girl. She is their. Like,
she's Roman Reigns for the women.
She's Vince's girl. Like Asuka was.
I mean, the minute he saw her and what she can do and how pretty she looked, he was just like, no, that's the one I want on top of the card all the time.
Asuka was H's girl. H loved Asuka.
So Asuka lucked into her undefeatedness. I don't think Vince was ever really sold on it.
I don't think so either. I think H was more about it than Vince was. H understood how interesting it was and how good she was.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's why he held her in NXT for like 2 years, because he was like,
he didn't want Vince to get his paws on her.
He's like, no, she's like the one person NXT cannot afford to lose. He said that. He's on record saying like she's the one person. And Vince had
that's because the talent rate fucked them so hard.
Yeah.
And now I don't know. So, oh man, and that's coming up now.
Yeah. Well,
a new thing.
Well, I mean the talent rate, like the thing.
Well, we don't know if there's going to be a talent rate.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the talent rate is that Vince tried to take her during the talent raid.
Of course he did.
He did. He was like, oh yeah, no, she's gonna get called up, and H was like, no, hard like red line in the sand.
You kill the NXT brand because she's the biggest star right now.
Yeah, like he said straight up. He told Vince like, you cannot take her. She needs to be in NXT. NXT needs her, right? That was and Vince said okay. So there was already an idea that Vince was like, I recognize that she has star potential. But, it's clear that he loved Charlotte. Charlotte was always his girl. Charlotte's always going to be his girl. and I believe H was possibly scared of, like...
What happened?
Yeah, exactly. What happening.
Like, he's like, I built up this person. She's undefeated. She has this mystique and allure, and she's funny, and she's charming, and she can wrestle her ass off. And Vince is like, have her lay down to Charlotte.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Vince probably was like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this girl? And you can't beat her. What, like, I just can't. You can't have her lose. What?
And I have Ronda Rousey, and I have Charlotte. Wow, what do you want from me?
How do I book her? I get it. I understand his argument. I understand what the argument is.
It's shark-infested waters, man. Yeah. There's just so many good talents, and I don't want to take anything away from Charlotte. Actually,
Charlotte's fantastic.
Because during the match, I literally said. And I think we were texting. And I was like, I'm okay with Charlotte winning this. And then she won. And I was like, wait.
So here's my problem with a lot of Mania. And it started with the Asuka match. Because my whole thing was like, okay, how does Asuka reverse the figure eight? Right? Because that was my mindset. It was like, this match can't end on the figure eight. Or if it ends in a figure eight, it's not gonna be the first figure eight. It's gonna be like the second or third figure eight. It's gonna be like the third natural selection because this is such a
it's high caliber. They want the women's matches to be as important as the men. Yeah. Women's revolution, all that.
And it was and
it didn't do that.
And it was just I was sitting there before she slapped in the figure eight. I was just I was literally asking. I was like, how does Asuka reverse the figure eight? Has anyone ever reversed the figure eight before? And I was like, I don't think anyone's ever reversed it. I was like, so how would Asuka do it? Would she bridge herself and bridge her body up too, and then to flip it over? Is that what you?
Oh, and then turns a fucking submission into a bump. That's kind of cool too.
Yeah, she would bridge herself up and then flip herself over. So is the reverse.
So you do the reverse.
Reverse figure four and reverse the pressure.
That could actually hurt them. I don't think there's a safe way to do that.
Yeah. So I was thinking of that, and then she did the figure eight, and then she tapped out, and I was like, whoa! I feel like there's a whole 7 to 8 minutes that was just completely shaved off of this match.
Yeah.
Now my problem isn't the streak ending.
You know what you could do is you could just pull her weight from under her from that bridge, because I don't think it's not like she can just go and then propel back and then throw Charlotte on her fucking head.
Yeah,
because that's not the whole reason the figure four existed is because it was safer than doing a bridged version of that. You know what I mean?
I mean that's my thing. So it's just I'm like, oh my god. There's 7-8 minutes that just got shaved off of this match. The Natalya match,
Natalya?
the Natalya matches that Charlotte had where she won before she won the title.
Oh yeah.
They went longer and they told like a more full story, in my opinion. Than
every time they get in the ring, it's always the lineage story. You know, it's like my father versus your father.
So, and I'm like, my thing is like, Asuka has so much more mystique going for her right now than Charlotte.
I get in the ring with Charlotte, and Charlotte just beats it. That wasn't believable.
Yeah,
actually.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like it wasn't believable that that somehow Asuka, who took like 2 eclipses and like kicked out, who've been in like hardcore matches with like fucking with fucking how am I forgetting her name right now?
What are you talking about, from Star?
I'm talking about in NXT.
Oh,
with
Ember Moon?
Not Ember Moon, the girl from Sanity. I'm not forgetting her name.
Oh, Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross.
Yeah,
where she's like, they're like hitting each other with chairs and doing fucking like crazy spots. Where like who's been in like matches with like Bayley, been in matches with Sasha Banks, been in matches with Nia Jax, been in matches with like.
What? Wait, was Asuka in matches with Bayley and Sasha?
Yeah, she beat Bayley for the title. For NXT
that
title.
I remember. No, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah. She definitely was in a match with Bayley, and then Bayley got called up the next night.
Yep.
But I don't remember her wrestling Sasha.
She beat Sasha on Raw multiple times.
Never mind. I thought you were talking about NXT.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She beat Alexa Bliss. Beats Nia Jax.
She beat a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, and it's like so like you're and some of the bumps
she took the women's division on Raw down a peg.
Yeah, and like I'm talking about some of the bumps she took in those Nia Jax
matches. She beat the former women's champion on both brands, except for now SmackDown.
So I'm like, you have her do all this stuff. She's amazing. She's a wrestling machine, and then you have her slap on 1 figure 8. And then she just taps out. Like,
not believable.
That's not believable. It's like she should have slapped in that figure 8.
She's tougher than that.
Yeah,
too,
you built her up to be tougher than that. And the whole thing felt forced. It was just like, why is this? It's like she should have like broke the hold, put her in her own hold. Charlotte breaks that hold, and then suddenly, then it's like a competition between 2 competitors.
Well, then the match becomes good. Yeah, and then it just doesn't end. You know?
Yeah, and then you finally,
and then you get "This Is Awesome" chant.
Yeah, and then like a natural.
I don't think there was one "This Is Awesome" chant that night. No. There may have been one.
There was in the Rousey match.
Okay, that's true. Yes, I was like, there was one. I remember there being one, and I don't remember why.
It was when she put him in Triple H in the armbar. I remember.
Because they want the women to wrestle the men.
Yeah, it was that spot specifically. I remember that.
And Triple H,
and it looked like he was about to tap out. People were
Triple H is not afraid of losing his position on the card.
No, he doesn't care.
He's like, they're like, no. Yeah. The women aren't supposed to wrestle the men. Even the ref came in and said that, this is taboo.
And then he's like,
listen, you stay over there and you'll keep your job. And Triple H is gonna do what he wants.
Yeah,
because I'm at the game and I'm in the middle of the ring.
Yeah. No. But like that was the beginning of my problems with Mania, when I was just like, I wasn't mad that she lost. I was mad at the way she lost and the way it kind of felt like just an afterthought.
Well, see, you're a big believer and proponent of storytelling in ring, right?
Yes.
So if the story is for Asuka to get pushed off the mountain, they gotta fucking tell that story.
Yes.
They didn't tell that story. It looked like Asuka was just like, I'm having cramps.
Oh man, I shouldn't.
And like Asuka even made it look that way because Asuka didn't believe it herself.
Yeah,
Asuka's like, oh god, I gotta do this.
She's like, Asuka's not ready for Charlotte.
She said all that, and like she didn't fucking believe it. She was just like, Asuka was not ready for Charlotte. Was ready for Asuka, and she did like a little dance. Like,
I'm sure Asuka was just like, I'm happy not to have this streak pressure on me anymore. Like, because like
she is, but like we got cheated.
Yeah, well,
people got cheated.
If you know anything about Asuka,
Jack Swagger,
Asuka as like if you've seen her backstage interview, she's like a really laid back person. She's like a very kind of quiet, like like really like she's not like a super dominant personality.
Oh no, but she plays it really well.
Yeah, she does, and so I can imagine her being like, they'd be like, all right. Apparently they were switching up the narrative a bunch during Mania. They overtalked like this. Mania, like, reeked of like overthinking. Just like smelled like Vince being like, I don't know what I want to do. All right, Reigns go. No, not Reigns. No. Brock. No, not Brock. I don't know what I want to do. What do you want? What do you want to do? H? Like, you know, like that's like I felt like that. Like that was like the actual conversation.
That felt like I was talking to Vince. I was like, I was looking at you and I didn't see you. I saw Vince. Like I was really looking at you, and I was like,
like because it's like apparently the storyline was.
I think it was like, but I don't think it's what do you want to do, Reigns. It's more like what do you want to do, Hunter?
Yeah, no, I was saying.
He's like, well, look, man, you've been building this whole thing for a year. You might as well give it to Roman. And then he's like. That's not what Vince wants to hear.
I don't know.
Michael Hayes, come here.
Michael Hayes,
you're my number 2 yes man.
What do you want to do, Michael? What do you think? What do you think Vince should do?
Honestly, man, listen, I gotta tell you, you might as well give it to Roman because you want to keep paying this money to Brock Lesnar. He's making so much off you. He don't even do much.
That's true. But
what about you, Kevin Dunn?
But he's Brock.
Kevin Dunn, come here.
He's the beast incarnate, trademarked by WWE. What do you think, Kevin Dunn? I think you should have Brock win. That's right.
That's what I wanted to hear.
That's right. You're right.
You're my number 1 yes man.
Yeah, no. Honestly,
you're the only one I really trust. I don't even trust Triple H. Don't tell him.
Honestly, it's like because it's like my thing is like
the crowd's really into Brock. You should probably just whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
My thing is like this. It's like with that Oscar thing. Apparently the original storyline was that she was going to go up against Ronda Rousey next year at WrestleMania in a big money match, right? So they had her doing. Remember that time when she was doing the armbar all the time on Raw?
Yeah,
she was just finishing people with the armbar, armbar. And eventually they got to a point where they decided, you know what? We're not doing this Rousey Oscar thing, and they told her to stop doing arm bars. Apparently, in that Charlotte match, there were supposed to be multiple armbar spots that just got cut out because they decided that they didn't want to do Oscar Rousey anymore, and they wanted to do Charlotte Rousey instead. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on with them because apparently, like that's like. They're doing last.
Vince will sour on you really quickly. First, you're the second coming of Christ.
Yep.
And then you are the most mundane, boring person he's ever seen.
Yep.
And that's because he made you that way.
Yeah.
He didn't. So, if there's any doubt in Vince McMahon's mind that Asuka was like amazing and just ask any fan really. Like if you were confused. But he's not confused. He knows how he wants to play with his toys, and Asuka is his toy. Yep. So, look, when you have a billion writers, and you ask a billion writers who should go over, and then you go Kevin Dunn. Kevin, what do you think, Charlotte or Asuka? And he goes Charlotte, and then you're like, yeah, I agree, and that's it.
Yeah,
like your stories are gonna suffer.
Yeah,
when you're like this, when you hire all these Hollywood writers, it's not like they can't write compelling Hollywood scripts. Because they can.
Yep.
I know one of them. He's a great writer.
Right.
But, like, if you don't listen to your writers and you're just like, no, my toy.
Yeah.
You get Asuka versus Charlotte. And now it's like, all right, well, whatever. Was this the right thing? Was this the wrong thing?
That's up to you to decide.
For me, it wasn't the right thing.
I don't think it was the right call.
I think you make her undefeated, and you take the title, and then maybe you call up Ember Moon
and have Ember Moon finish.
Finally, get that moment that she deserved.
Because honestly, I thought the streak should have ended with Ember. I thought
we should have seen this streak end when we went to TakeOver. Yeah. I don't know what happened, and she ended up getting injured anyway.
Yeah, I was like, that streak should have ended with Ember because that was an amazing match on both of their parts.
And now you have Ember on Raw and potentially Asuka on Raw, but it doesn't matter because now there needs to be a new superstar shakeup.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, I want to talk about that, but let's keep going. We got to go down the card a little, because the WrestleMania card is kind of important. It's setting the tone that happened this week.
There's a lot
because they had to go on damage control because of this WrestleMania booking.
Yeah, Intercontinental match, which
actually I wanted to talk to you about that.
Probably the best pure wrestling match on the show.
Absolutely, and
next to Asuka, Charlotte,
it's great going into Raw. On top of that, from what we saw this week, and I just want to contrast the SmackDown mid card is like, it's like pulling teeth for me at this point.
It's bad. It's bad. They you know what?
Like I used to kind of care that Randy Orton had the title. Now if like he got it back, I wouldn't even care. Like I hate Jinder. I think Jinder just like when you give him a title, it lowers the title a little bit, in my opinion.
I actually don't mind Jinder. I like the work he puts in. I like his work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reliance on him as a shit heel, he's not something he does well. I think he should be more of a big man heel, kind of like more of a
like Brock Lesnar.
Not a Brock Lesnar, but more of like a brutalizer, more of like I beat you up because he's the biggest guy in the ring most of the time. Like he's like 6'7".
I'll tell you the truth. If that was the kind of person I was looking at,
yeah,
I would be interested in that.
Yeah, like just
but I'm not interested in a guy who's super smart but looks like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, yeah, and like he wrestles.
I kind of want to see him kick somebody's ass.
Yeah, that's why he was so effective in that AJ match. AJ match, what are you doing? He's just throwing AJ around. And you're like, all right, this is effective. This is a good story.
Yeah, well, we said that. That was like the greatest match he's ever wrestled because everything made sense. And then it was like, but that's the end of his championship. And that's kind of sad.
Yes. Yes. In my opinion, that's what you need to do with him. And they're not doing that with him. And I don't know why. And they're also ignoring Rusev Day. And I don't understand why.
They're ignoring Rusev Day. They just took him off of his match with The Undertaker at the Greatest Royal Rumble to replace him with Chris Jericho. I want to say that I think it's because Chris Jericho versus Undertaker draws more ticket sales than Rusev versus
Undertaker.
Yeah, and I don't think that's I like we keep getting reports like, oh well, Rusev's got heat on him. Rusev's got heat.
Sure.
He must have that heat. Oh my God, Lana talked out of term. It's like, motherfucker, if this is true, they're fucking wrestlers. They're supposed to be able to talk shit about their opponent.
Yep.
That's how The Rock and Stone Cold got over. That's how Triple H got over. That's how fucking all these people got over.
It's called working, guys.
That's how Hulk Hogan got over.
It's called working.
But if that's not the case and they weren't supposed to talk and they actually did get heat, then this is dumb. You know what I mean? And like you should really have more faith in your superstars. However, I don't think that's what it is. I think we know what's going on, and half the time we really just don't know. Like Rusev reportedly asked for his release in March. Did he though? Because Dolph Ziggler had a contract for $3 million the last time I checked, and then Dolph Ziggler got on a radio show and was like, "I didn't resign. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So honestly, as much as like I enjoy talking about the rumors and the speculations, but I take it with a grain of fucking salt. And so should every one of you. Until I have a superstar on this show
confirming stuff,
saying, yes, this did happen. No, this did not happen.
Breaking kayfabe.
I am so fucking sick of like hearing Rusev's got heat. Rusev asked for his release for the 7th time this year. It's like, I don't know if that's true because the motherfucker's still getting a paycheck and on TV every week and still getting merchandise checks. I think he's happy.
I don't know if he's happy. We don't know if he's happy.
Based on his Twitter, was like, it must be Rusev Day somewhere. Yeah, all right, that's a little depressing.
Yeah.
But I think he's depressed because he's not in that match with Undertaker.
I
not
agree.
because there's heat and like, oh man, like Rusev's gonna get over whether you want him to or not. The only way you don't get him over is just don't put him on TV.
I feel like Rusev is.
I think he's getting to the point of Daniel Bryan where they're gonna cheer for him win or loss.
I feel like he's approaching Daniel Bryan levels of like the connection with the fans, where they're like they understand, they see him getting kind of snubbed.
Yeah, and they're like, no, we're not interested in this,
and it's pissing them off.
Yeah,
and it's like
he's the person they're connecting to, and like I don't like the fact that they don't listen to the fans, and they're like, just give him small wins, give him small. Yeah. But I feel like they're like, no, we don't want to feed this, we don't want to make this, we don't want to feed this more.
Yeah, it's foolish.
Quote the Ryback, nevermore.
It's foolish in the sense that it's like Vince built his whole company on listening to the fans. Read your audience. Read your audience. That's a Vince like mantra.
Yeah, and 10 was getting over. They were like, nah, let's get rid of that. Matt Hardy was fucking like majorly over.
Yeah.
look, Matt Hardy's storyline is compelling now.
It is.
Finally, they're doing something right.
Waiting for Brother Nero to come back to full Brother Nero.
I don't know if he is. They love Jeff Hardy. They want Jeff Hardy to be a title contender again.
They love Jeff Hardy. No. Certain people in the company love Jeff Hardy. Vince has never really been sold on Jeff Hardy. If you know the story, he's always been kind of like, I think he's too small. Oh, he's too injury prone.
That's kind of true.
That is true. Yeah,
and he's prone to substance abuse.
Sure. But
which is not the broken Matt Hardy way.
No, not.
It is not the way of the seven deities at all.
No, not the condition.
So, okay. I mean, I think there are people who are high on him and want him to just be Jeff Hardy. They don't want him to be Brother Nero.
I think he's definitely, because like what we got right now is that he's definitely just Jeff Hardy. So we'll see. Because they're doing this Bray Wyatt with Matt Hardy thing. We'll see what happens.
Right.
But I know that like there's a part of him who enjoys that Brother Nero character. Like he wouldn't have done that spot on Raw where he was talking to Matt.
Oh, but he loves his brother. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. and he loves the whole broken universe.
Yeah, he loves.
So he likes being part of it.
He likes the idea of it.
It's very original. It's very artistic, actually.
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of input into it. Like the idea, because like the whole like impetus was like Matt Hardy imitating Willow, and like getting people to dress up as Willow, which is like Jeff Hardy's alter ego, to beat him up. And he's like, who is this guy who's Willow? And then it came out, it was Matt Hardy, and he was like, I'm frustrated, I can't beat you, and I'm slowly going crazy, and then became broken Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like they're both very much like integral parts of like the creation of it. Like definitely Matt Hardy more than Jeff. But
we'll see. Right now it's Jeff Hardy.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna lie, I do like his rainbow sleeves. I think it's cool. I liked Finn Balor's rainbow outfit too.
It was very nice to see them shout out the LGBT community.
I thought it was really cool.
In New Orleans, yes.
And it's fashionable.
It is. It was very nice.
Moving along.
Keeping it moving.
We briefly touched Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey, Triple H, Stephanie. Great match. This match
probably
actually,
the match of the night.
Well, I want to just attribute something. This match went 20 minutes.
It was the longest match.
It went the full length.
Yeah,
I think it was the longest match on the card.
It was the longest match on the card. Yeah,
deservedly so. But
honestly, like there was parts of it where like the old man wrestling was kind of funny. Like Triple H and Kurt Angle doing like their old man wrestling thing. It was kind of entertaining. Like, but not.
It was also sad.
It was kind of sad.
It was also really. I was like, oh, they're just not what they used to be.
Yeah, like oh man, they're not. But
I feel like Kurt Angle was putting on amazing matches, like Young Bucks level matches in the Indies, and then he got to WWE's like, well, I'm home now. I don't have to try as hard. I've earned my spots.
Oh, I feel good now. I can just relax. Oh,
I can take these teeth out now.
Just do a couple of those old belly to bellies, couple of Germans. Slap in that ankle lock. Do a little Olympic slam.
And then like I saw Triple H and he did the little titty bounce at the beginning, and I was like, oh. Like when he used to do that when he was younger, it was like, wow, he's got buff. Muscle mass.
Buff,
but now it's kind of like, you're losing that muscle mass a little bit.
Yeah.
And like I shouldn't be one to judge anybody, at my weight.
But
it
was great though.
Oh boy!
It was so funny because I was calling and I was just like, I was like, come on, Kurt, take the straps off, Kurt. It's time. Take the straps off, and he took the straps off, slapping that ankle lock, Kurt, and he did it. And I was like, yeah,
it really.
It was enjoyable because like it was a match that if you're a smart mark, you kind of call the spots. But like it was satisfying.
You really call the spots. I can't do that. I can't do what you do because I don't want to. It takes me out of the match to try to call the spots.
I enjoy calling the spots. I also enjoy when I'm wrong when I call the spots. Like and like when I thought like she's gonna slap in that armbar multiple times, and then, like Stephanie stopped it, which is.
She's supposed to be. She's
wholly unrealistic.
She's being groomed to be Vince McMahon. You realize that?
Who?
Like Stephanie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Stephanie is the Vince McMahon, and Ronda is the Stone Cold.
Sure,
that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And Vince McMahon has been trying to recapture this heat since the '90s.
Yes.
He cannot recapture this heat, but you know what? For now, it's working. I don't think the fans realize that it's working. Even they're just like. like, yeah, we just like seeing Stephanie get beat up. We don't care who does. It's like John Cena, like, beat up John Cena.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's true.
John Cena, you suck.
You suck.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah, Triple H. Yeah, no.
Yeah. In any event, that match. Wow, it's going places, and Ronda being the Stone Cold, working big time.
Definitely working.
But now she's got to beat the Undertaker for the title. I mean, Nia Jax for the title. That's what this feels like. It feels like Nia's Undertaker right now, but like Nia's face Undertaker and like face Undertaker.
Yeah.
So like, does that mean Ronda becomes an anti-hero? Like, I don't know what's happening now. Where do they go from here?
I think Ronda Rousey occupies a very particular space in the WWE right now, and it's like quasi-celebrity, She's
a full-timer.
Yeah, I know. Like, that's the thing.
This is the thing. Like, she said it. Yeah. I could make more money elsewhere, but I don't want to. I want to do this. And she's fucking good at it.
Yeah, she's a quasi-celebrity.
I don't know about her mic skills right now.
Like, full-time wrestler. It's very, like, it's strange because they never have really had this before. Like, they never had
Mike Tyson signing. Like if Mike Tyson signed, that'd be nuts.
It's a unique experience, whereas, like, where like they would always have like celebrities show up at WrestleMania, but none of them have ever been like, I'm gonna show up at WrestleMania and I'm gonna become a wrestler.
Oh, like LT. Can you imagine LT fucking signing a contract?
And you're like, what is this happening? So this is kind of like uncharted territory. This is like Arnold Schwarzenegger showing up being like, oh, I'm at WrestleMania. Like,
and I'm going to be the champion for the year.
And then I'm going to beat Hulk Hogan and take the title. And you're like, what is going on? And then, like, he's like a wrestler. And, like, he's like, yeah, my finisher is called the Predator. And, like, you know, and like, he's like,
no, it's the Predator Hunter.
Predator Hunter. You know, and then I have a move where I do like the airplane spin. It's called Get to the Chopper.
That's good shit.
Yeah, and this is like
That's good. You should book him.
And you're just like, what is this? Is this happening? Is this actually occurring? But like that's what Ronda Rousey is. Ronda Rousey.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, and the only reason that this is happening is because she really does love wrestling.
Yeah,
she's as big of a mark as all of us.
The two spots that I had an issue with was obviously, and this is I think a universal issue for a lot of people, which was Stephanie blocking the armbar against Ronda Rousey. I was just like, what are you talking about?
You gotta give her some sort of a fighting chance.
Nah, bro. I was like, yo, she should just get in there, slap that armbar in, and tap her the fuck out. Or like have H come and break it up every time, because there's no way you can convince me that like Ronda Rousey has to take her time and try to peel off every finger of Stephanie McMahon to get that armbar in. I'm like, yo, Ronda Rousey
would kick her in the face. This is wrestling.
I'm like Ronda Rousey has put women who train, like real like trained fighters, in the armbar in like 30 seconds. And like,
all right, but it's sports entertainment.
I get it. I get it. I felt like they could have done a different way of her like avoiding that armbar, other than like her muscling Ronda Rousey, being like, oh no, Ronda.
I think the biggest problem with Ronda Rousey, the worst thing about Ronda Rousey, the thing I hate about her the most, is that I have to see Stephanie McMahon every week. That is the biggest crime of this all. But I guess, you know, like, what else do you do with her? Like, you know, do you have her go for the title right away? You know, like, what do we do? You know?
Interesting. I don't know.
There's no solution. You're right. There's a unique problem with her. It's that she's a celebrity, and
she definitely has this issue that I don't think.
Like, how do you put her under? Like, you can't book her negatively because it doesn't work for her. For her brand,
even when The Rock left and started doing movies and came back and had like that run where he was like Hollywood Rock, you never had that problem because he was still a wrestler. He was a wrestler before. People understood him as a wrestler. So, like, he was a wrestler who was an actor. So all of a sudden, it wasn't like he was an actor who became a wrestler. And so it's like, and like with Brock Lesnar left, went to UFC, beat up people. He came back. He was still Brock Lesnar as a wrestler who was a wrestler at that time. So the idea that he could lose was not like far-fetched.
No, not at all.
But Ronda Rousey was like a chick who beat the crap out of people. She has like 2 losses. like legitimately. And like that's
her last two matches.
Yeah, last two matches.
Yeah.
And they were to strikers, and they were to like superior strikers. So, unless you want to make the argument that these wrestlers are superior strikers,
she never faced Chris Cyborg, did she?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. But like, I might be wrong, but I have no idea. But like, unless you want to make that argument that like these wrestlers she's facing are superior strikers and can knock her out, like you can make that argument with Asuka. Asuka's a really good striker.
But they killed that one.
They killed that one.
That angle's gone now.
They killed that one. Like you're in a place where you're like, okay, you have to make us believe that this person can tap out or put down Ronda Rousey after she put down like 13 to 14 women in a row. Some of them under a minute. So like that's an issue in wrestling. If they're just wrestlers, there's never that problem of suspension of disbelief. But with celebrity, particularly a sports celebrity like Ronda Rousey, different animal. Like if Mike Tyson became a wrestler, you'd be like, oh, well, why didn't he just punch a guy in the face?
That's where this problem is.
Yeah, like why didn't he just like uppercut him? But you're like, why is he doing a powerbomb? No, Tyson should just like knock him out. That's what he does.
Well, we'll think about this about this issue and where Ronda Rousey should go, and maybe we'll comment on it later on down the line.
I mean, overall, I think she's great. I think her spot on Raw was
I said this too. I said, you know what? You book her correctly, and she can actually wrestle 2 out of the 3 things.
Sure.
She'll be a superstar.
I think they might have to do a Brock Lesnar thing with her though, like part-time her sort of, like not.
They, you know what's funny? I was watching Andre the Giant, and Andre the Giant was the Andre the Giant documentary, and they were like, you can't have Andre the Giant on the card every week.
Yeah.
If you put him on the card every week, he's gonna lose his mystique. And it's not like they're going to pay $250 to see Andre the Giant more than 3 times.
Yep.
Once it's the 3rd time, like, that's it. They're not coming back. So
pretty much, yeah.
You got to bring him to the next town and, whatever.
Yeah, stretch him out. Right.
So I think that's great for her and great for the company to not keep her on the card every week.
Yeah.
Yes,
absolutely.
But, if she is on the card, it usually equals more money. So, but what are they going to do? They're not going to put her on the card every week and just have her fucking job out like, nobodies. And they're also not going to have them job out people that they're trying to build up a little bit.
Sure.
Like, the women's division is in a fragile state right now. And it's only because there isn't a lot of them on the main roster right now. There's like 10. There's like 10 of them, and then they're lucky to get 2 matches a night, whereas the men get 8.
Yeah, well, they got the Mae Young Classic coming up again. Women's tag titles is possibly coming out. That's a real possibility. Which
I think it needs to happen.
Which already existed, by the way.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know that WWE.
Fabulous Moolah killed it.
Yeah, Fabulous Moolah killed the women's tag titles. They already existed in WWE, so they would just be bringing them back, which would be fantastic. And the Iconic Duo would be probably inaugural women's.
So what happened? What did she do to kill it? She took the titles off of the Jumping Bomb Angels.
She set
or
up,
whatever their names are.
She set up the beautiful people. I forgot their names. But like they went to Japan. And they went over the Midnight Angels in Japan, which was not that was not what was supposed to happen. But Fabulous Moolah told them that's what was supposed to happen, and it fucked up relationships, the relationship between WWE and that Japanese promotion, and it resulted in them just getting rid of the women's tag team division altogether because they were just like they just couldn't.
It was the beginning of the end for them.
Pretty much, it was like they just couldn't deal with the drama.
Well, eventually Vince McMahon. If you go down the chronology and the timeline, he gets rid of the whole women's division altogether, which is why what's-her-name goes, Alundra Blaze goes to WCW and just throws the title in the trash. I mean, it's a snub at WWE, and it's also a snub at how the women were treated.
Yeah.
Because Alundra Blaze was Medusa, great wrestler.
Fantastic wrestler, yeah.
And that's in the fucking 80s, man.
Yeah,
they didn't have great women's wrestlers in the 80s.
Not a lot, but they were.
Like it was far and few between, man.
I mean, I feel like in Japan there were still like really, really great women wrestlers.
Yeah,
like in the stateside, it would be a little bit few and far between, but like women's wrestling has been around for a while.
I'm not saying it hasn't. I'm just saying it's only gotten better.
Absolutely.
Over the years.
Well, I think all of wrestling.
The women's wrestling matches at one point on WWE television, like the early 2000s.
Oh, they were awful.
And especially like, oh man, like the mid 2000s.
Oh,
it was like, that's the bathroom break.
Yeah, because that's because they had a whole bunch of like, I mean, and like WWE talks about it. They'd have like one or two like actual female wrestlers who are really good, like Beth Phoenix or Alita or AJ Lee, who are like, I can wrestle, like I am a wrestler. And then they had another, group that were like fitness models, and like they were like
unfortunately, I hate to say it, the Bella Twins. Were that at one point.
TNA, who else? Maria Canales was unfortunately one of the
Kelly. Still can't wrestle.
Oh my God.
Don't. But they wanted to bring her back. I think they took one look at her and like, if we bring her back, we're going to kill the women's division.
Yeah, no.
And they would be so right in that assessment, so they didn't bring her back.
No. She but like they were going for a certain like idea with the women's division at that time. So
horrible. In any event, it's in a fragile state. Is the point I'm trying to make. Right. And like, if you just have Ronda Rousey just eat all the women, no pun intended, it's gonna go back to like them trying to fight for a place on the card again, and like they're only gonna give Ronda Rousey a spot. Yeah. Like they gotta be smart about this.
No, they have a lot of things happening with the women's division right now.
Like I'm sure Vince McMahon still in his narrow mind doesn't think that they're a draw as much as the men are.
I'm sure he doesn't.
And that's why they only give them fucking 2 matches a night. And there's no tag title, and there's no mid-card title for them.
Oh, yeah.
There's none of that shit exists for the women. Yeah. Like, I mean, look, we were pushing for a mid-card title on NXT for like how long? And they finally did it.
Yeah.
So, and look, I'd be really happy with tag titles on 205 Live and tag titles on the women's brand on both brands.
Right.
But we'll see. We just got Iconic. They came up on SmackDown, so look, things are hopeful for the tag.
I mean, they're doing the Mae Young Classic again, so that's the thing.
They went when? It just happened.
They just announced it. The second Mae Young Classic is happening soon.
That's stupid. It just happened.
It happened last year.
It wasn't a whole year already. It couldn't have been a whole year.
Well, I don't know when the next Mae Young Classic is coming up, but it is coming up.
Well, they announced that it's going to happen again, but like, it just happened in July, man. It's not been a full year. That's not a full year, bro.
You can have it in July. And then, you announce it at Mania, so people gets it in the ether. And then, you can begin to, go for it. Slowly build up to it.
I guess. Great. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I mean, have they announced who's going to be competing in it?
No, but just second Mae Young Classic, UK King of the Ring. More to come on WWE Network.
I'm a fan of that.
The King of the Ring is not going to be the King of the Ring tournament, though. It's going to be the UK show.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like that.
They're doing it. They're going to be doing another UK title tournament, though. They have said that.
Guess who cares?
Everyone.
So,
everybody.
I want to talk about the Bludgeon Brothers winning. Aren't you so happy? We've been waiting for this for so long.
Was underwhelmed. Honestly, all right, in my heart of hearts.
Of course you are, because it's a 5-minute match. And the Usos and New Day have been tearing it up, making the tag division look so fucking shiny and good and new and delicious and wonderful. And there was pancakes involved. Pancakes, Bob Black.
I'm gonna be really honest here. This is where WrestleMania started to tank for me.
It was like a Raw, right?
Yeah, this is when it became just another pay-per-view. I'll be honest. I wanted.
Well, if you look at the chronology of the time, in the matches, this match only went 5 minutes. The next match went 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Can you guess what match that was? John Cena versus The Undertaker.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so that's, of course, it started to tank.
So, here's my thing. In my heart of hearts, I wanted the Usos to win because they never had a WrestleMania moment, right? This is their first WrestleMania match on the main event, like on the card itself.
Yeah.
Right? They've been putting in amazing work all year. New Day's been putting in amazing work all year. I know they want to build up the Bludgeon Brothers. I get that. I would be okay with the Bludgeon Brothers winning. Because, you know, to me, this is the same match they had on NXT TakeOver last year around Mania time when they had DIY, Revival, and AOP, right? You have a technical, you have like kind of a striker, like more like bruising tag team.
The Usos.
The Usos. You have like a like kind of scrappy, you know, more flexible tag team in
the New Day.
The New Day, and you have like a big, you know, big guy, monster tag team in the Bludgeons, right?
We are the Bludgeon Brothers.
Or AOP. In that space, you can tell a really good story with 10, 15 to 20 minutes. Like, yeah, you can tell. You can put on a 5-star match. They decided to not do that, and that really pissed me off.
You know why?
Yeah,
because this card. Whenever I look at a card and I go, "Damn, that card is stacked." Ever since SummerSlam we went to, and every match was like, "Oh man, this is gonna be the match of the night." No, this was gonna be the match of the night. When there's more than 8 matches on a fucking card, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
And the shit went like 7 hours.
Yeah, and
they couldn't fucking find time to just have wrestling matches.
No, yeah.
Bro, if you fucking add the minutes up on the card of how long there was actual bell-to-bell wrestling, dude, this shit is fucking 2 hours. Bell-to-bell wrestling.
Wow.
2 fucking hours. Wow. And this is why this shit fucking sucked. You know, like, all right, look, we can, like, dude, come on, man. Undertaker versus John Cena actually happened.
Yeah.
That match couldn't have gone 5 fucking minutes instead of 2 minutes 45.
I was okay with
this. This is John fucking Cena.
I was okay with it being a squash. I was okay with it being a squash only because
I know you're okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, 5 minutes instead of 2 is not much different.
No.
That's still a fucking squash. John Cena had 1 offensive move.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry. I'm okay with the result. I'm okay with the story that was told that, like, yeah, you wanted him in the ring so badly you weren't prepared for what was going to happen inside.
Yes.
Message clear. Message sent. I love it. It's
great.
Good story,
yeah.
No problem with that. But, like, the whole thing is, like, look, you know, you have AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura wrestle 20 minutes in a dream match? That's not a fucking dream match. That's SmackDown.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's no fucking night at the Tokyo Dome.
No. Yeah.
Come on. Like,
yeah.
What do you think? Like, this is why...
No false finishes.
This is why ROH and NJPW, like, out-wrestle the shit out of WWE.
Yes.
Every fucking time they get... Like, this is why... You can go to a fucking match in the Bronx on the main event and tell a better story than a match on WrestleMania.
Yes.
You know? And this is why. It's because you like, oh, man, this card is stacked. This is going to be loaded. There's so many draws. There's so many eyes watching. But yet, you know, what are they watching? They're watching 20-minute matches.
Honestly, I was like, you should have cut out Elias.
Yeah, but like bell-to-bell wrestling is what I'm talking about.
Let people work. You know, the fact that H and Rousey had the longest match bugged me a little bit in hindsight. I'll be honest.
It was her first match.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I don't want to take away from anybody.
Yeah.
I think we should be adding, not taking away, to add to you know, overall quality of match.
What's the next one? So the Cena match was okay. I think it
wasn't okay. It wasn't good. It just told the story. It told the story that, like, you need to train harder, John Cena. You've had a terrible year.
Yeah, that's fine. I was okay with that.
I mean,
it was nice to see Taker back in the ring.
In fact, I would argue he's had a terrible 2 years.
It was nice
as a wrestler.
It was nice to see Taker back in the ring. Let's see him working again. Let's see him, like, moving like he actually had, like, a body that was not falling apart.
Yeah.
That was great.
He's been training for this.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, we didn't see shades of this happening.
Yes.
This was what everybody wanted.
Yes.
Nobody wanted to watch John Cena beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
Nobody wanted to see that.
Absolutely not.
I'm not going to even argue that. The only thing I would argue is that, like, this could have been better.
Sure.
In terms of, like, we could have told the same story more eloquently and just given John Cena just something. Just a little bit of, like,
yes.
All right, this is your first match together, guys.
Yes.
Have a good time. Wrestle 7 minutes. And John's like, look, I'm trying to catch a plane. I'm trying to catch a red eye. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it felt like.
I mean, I still feel like they missed an opportunity because the entire night I was saying that I was hypothesizing how he'd run into the Undertaker. I was like, all right, Undertaker. One time they're gonna cut to like him in the crowd next to the pregnant woman that was sitting next to him, and they're gonna pan to him, and they're gonna cut back, and it's gonna be the Undertaker sitting in the pregnant woman's seat. He's just gonna be there, like looking at John Cena, like.
That would have been funny, but I don't think you could pull it off. The crowd would have went nuts the minute.
Yeah, he showed up. Yeah. Or like he's gonna be like John Cena's gonna be like, you know what? Now that Cena, I'm a fan. I'm gonna go get a beer.
I like the fact that he ran to the backstage. Actually,
I thought he was gonna like go to the backstage. Like, I'm gonna go get a beer. He goes like the concession stand to get a beer. He's like, sir, can I have a beer? He's like,
and then Undertaker
like, roll out. It was like joke slams.
I feel like Braun Strowman could pull that off. We're all out.
But don't worry.
But don't worry, I got these hands for you.
I got these hands for you. And I was like, that would be great. Like
that would, actually, I could now see a segment where like John Cena just tries to like be a fan, and like wrestlers keep showing up to kick his ass. There's blood in the water for you, Cena. You can't escape us. And then he's like. And then there's like a guy sitting there, like in the bathroom.
Just like,
and then he just takes the mask off, and it's Kane. It's like, what's happening?
I was like, because
This is like John Cena's nightmare.
like that segment was like the most like raw like segment of the night, where like John Cena's sitting in the crowd. And he's like, I'm just a fan. And they keep like going back to him and his reactions. I'm just like, what are you doing? Is this wrong?
I hated this. I hated that.
Is this wrong?
I was like, I don't give a shit about his fucking reactions. Why do you keep showing him during matches that I want to see?
That's why I was like, watch. They're gonna cut back to one of his reactions. They're gonna like cut the pregnant woman out, and then they come back and just take her to sitting there like, that was a good move, right, John? I definitely like the way she did that. And John's like, yeah. Oh, my God.
Hey, it's you.
Choke slam to the table. Like, that. I was like, that's how it's going to happen, right? Yeah.
We were treated to, like, 10 minutes of Shane McMahon wrestling.
That
sucked the fucking air out the world.
Apparently, that is, like, from what...
That's the moment that the fans turned.
Yeah, apparently, that is the moment where the fans turned. Even though that match was very good.
They couldn't wait 10 more minutes to see Daniel Bryan wrestle. They really couldn't. They were like, oh, get up. Daniel.
Yeah.
Get up. Come. God damn it, I've been waiting for fucking 4 years.
Now, my issue with this match is not Daniel Bryan winning, Daniel Bryan wrestling. I have a problem with the stipulation.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing. If you're going to have, like, you lose your job matches... And I know we've done that before. Jericho's lost his job. Whatever. I get it.
Pink slip on a pole, baby.
Whatever. My thing is like this. We all know you're not fucking firing Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. We know this. But, so instead of having Daniel Bryan come out and be like, we're going to make a match, and it's going to be me and Shane versus Sami and Kevin, and if we win, you're fired, and if you win, you get your jobs back. So I'd be like, you know what? You guys thought that it'd be cool to kick the shit out of me and powerbomb me on a fucking apron. Okay, so here's the deal. Guess what? It worked. You got your jobs back because I'm not gonna fire you. I'm just gonna kick the crap out of you all over New Orleans because on WrestleMania we'll have a match and it's going to be no disqualification, whatever, any other fucking stipulation.
Yeah, they didn't have to put the pink slip on a pole.
Yeah, it was like, it's like, because it puts it in a position where I'm like, okay, why would they put Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in this situation? It's not a satisfactory ending, for the fans, because it's like, well,
the superstar shakeup is about to come up, and I'm sure they're gonna get drafted.
They don't work for the company anymore. They go into TNA. Did you not hear this? Kurt Angle.
TNA's hiring.
Kurt Angle said that.
Yo, if they go to TNA, TNA's a fucking thing again.
Oh my god. We want to say fuck WWE.
You know what's funny? They've never mentioned TNA on the air ever mentioned it.
No, they didn't. That was the first time.
They mentioned it like when they were showing like AJ Styles clips and shit like that, like, courtesy of TNA.
Yeah. Apparently, they're working with them for the Hardy Boys DVD. So
it's important.
Yeah.
Great. But yeah, okay. They finally mentioned TNA.
It's good.
It's nice to play with others. It's good.
It is nice to play with us. They should play with us.
They should totally actually just give Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn over to fucking TNA. That's what I think.
That'd be hilarious.
And then they'd be like, all they do is talk shit about WWE the whole time while they're contracted for them still.
Yeah, that's
you know
fair.
what I mean? Like they're just on loan. You know what I mean? To like TNA.
My name is Kevin Steen. You might have known me in WWE as Kevin Owens. All right.
Fuck that place.
Fuck that place. Fuck you.
Fuck Daniel Bryan.
Fuck you, Vince. Fuck you. I mean, like they wouldn't be the first WWE guy to go over there and be like, "Fuck you, Vince."
Yeah, I know, but while contracted to them, that kind of be cool.
Well, Road Dogg works for WWE, and like he had a whole run in TNA where he was just like, "Fuck you, Vince. Fuck you." Yeah, like over and over again.
Wait, he was working for WWE while he was.
I don't know if he's working
another company.
I don't know if he's working, but he was still close with H. I mean, hence when he came back, they became like a booker.
Well, fine. This happened. We still don't know the aftermath because they had them wrestle for their job on Raw. That was the aftermath of this match, and they went to a draw. Like, who goes to a draw these days?
It's beautiful.
I've not seen that in eons. It feels like a fortnight.
It's beautiful. But it was amazing to see Daniel Bryan in the ring again. Great to see him.
He's there.
Good.
He's full time.
He looks great.
He's full time. He's back.
He looks fantastic. Yeah.
And I'm still scared. I'm still fucking scared for him.
Oh, when Shinsuke like Kinshasa him behind the head, I got terrified. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Don't take him away from us.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing?
You need him.
Like, Shinsuke, no. No, Shinsuke.
Stop it, Shinsuke.
Yeah, I was like, yes, Shinsuke, do it. No, Shinsuke, don't do it. No, we just got
Kinshasa.
Not to the back of the head, Shinsuke. Why?
So mean. Yeah. So angry. Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss.
That was a match. That happened.
It was fine for me, actually. Everything about it was fine.
Yeah.
It didn't invoke like, yay, she finally got her long dude title.
Nah,
it was great.
It was good.
I enjoyed it. I had fun. It was cool. She's a women's champion now.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it.
I know she's going to lose it at some point to somebody. I just don't know when or where or how.
Yeah.
Because I don't see her holding that title for like a really long time.
No.
You know, like especially with Ronda Rousey and Ember lurking around.
Yeah.
Like they're going to not know what to do with her and turn her heel again. That's what's going to happen. That's exactly what's happening.
Like I said, it was a match. It happened. It was good.
Do you think they're going to turn her heel again in the next like month?
I think they're going to give her like a little bit of a face run and then have Rousey take it off for her.
And then she'll get angry and turn heel. And that'll be a fitting story.
Probably.
She'll be the angry monster that she was crying about, that they were making fun of her for.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then she'll be friends with Alexa again.
Yep.
It'll be weird. Just like Mickie James being friends with Alexa
what
after
the hell
Biscuit
was that?
Butt.
Yeah, what is that about? I don't know. Well,
Biscuit Butt, bro. Biscuit Butt.
Okay, whatever. We're gonna just act like
I'm just saying, that was like a thing. And like, then all of a sudden she's like, I like you,
we friends
Alexa.
now. Friends.
I like you, Alexa Bliss.
Friends.
Oh. So the big tragedy that was AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
The only thing that would save this match for me was that low blow. It was amazing how much my disappointment turned into like pure joy.
Oh yeah. Like the minute he was like Chaos Reigns, fucking
and
Shinsuke Nakamura,
and he was just like kicking him in the head. And I was like, "This is what I've been missing. This is what I'm talking about." He's just like, "Oh,
Shinsuke,
oh."
Nakamura.
He's just like yelling at him in Japanese, kicking him in the head. I'm like, yes, this is what I've been talking.
Don't placate to the crowd.
He's like, oh, you think this is over, huh? You think
he bowed down and handed him the title. And I was like, oh God, what?
I was like, yeah.
What are you doing?
And I was like,
he's like, and this is the end of me giving a shit.
Yeah.
Boom.
I was like, as soon as he hit that low blow, I was like, catharsis. Thank you so much.
Like if you're going to have both your Royal Rumble winners lose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Have one turn heel. And then he turned heel so well. It just
he's
just like, oh. He's like, I don't even know what he's saying, but he's screaming at him in Japanese, just like kicking him in the head, kicking him in the ribs. I was just like, this is the character I've been waiting for my entire time watching him.
And it delivered even more during his promo on SmackDown.
Oh, it was amazing. It was so good.
That motherfucker was like, hey, maybe I get too emotional.
I'm sorry.
I was like, what?
And I apologize.
She's like, you're being very disingenuous. Sorry, me no speak English. Walk away.
I was like, this is so great. I was like, oh my God.
I was like, he can't do any wrong, this man. This man cannot do any. This man is amazing. I love Shinsuke Nakamura.
I was like, oh my God.
I love him even more now as a heel.
I was like, this is so good. It was like Jericho level heel turn. Like, just so good. It's like, yeah, right.
Talk about things working. I mean, but, I don't know if this is what the WWE looks at and goes, oh, this is a successful heel run. Yeah. Because to me, this is not a successful heel run. I love this. I'm in love with this.
Yeah, no.
This is like a face turn for me.
It is. But, like, you know what it is? It's like, if you're going to get the guy over, you're worried about getting the guy over. He's over now. Like, he's like over.
He's beyond over.
Yeah.
I mean, that audience that screams at Raw and SmackDown, they're watching every week.
Yeah.
They're loving this. Like, they're Walk with Elias. Like, they're like, we are scumbags. Like, they fucking love Elias.
They do. They really do. They love the shit out of that guy.
He's like, fuck you all. And they're like, yeah, fuck us. They're like, it's like crazy.
It's so funny.
And we're getting, whoo. It feels like it took us 7 hours just to talk about this shit.
Nicholas, we are fine.
He's over.
Nicholas, I knew you'd come.
He's over.
I was waiting for him to hit a shooting star press. I was just waiting for him to do some sort of. I was like, watch this kid bust out a moonsault on Cesaro, or bust out a shooting star press, or bust out a swanton bomb. I was like, he's gonna get.
Maybe he practiced it, and that's why they let him actually win.
He gets a hot tag from Braun, and he comes in, he goes, huh, and he just climbs on top of the rope and does like the swanton bomb on Cesaro and gets the pin. And you're just like,
I thought he was gonna just like do some crazy shit.
I thought he was gonna do like
at this point. Like I was like, oh my God, I was like, Braun's tired.
I'm like,
wait, what? Why are you letting this kid in?
I was like, what's an easy finisher for a child to do? And I was like, oh yeah, okay,
like a fucking Rey Mysterio move.
Yeah. Just pull it. Well, I was like, oh, what if he does like the sweet chin music to like Cesaro while he's on one knee?
No, it'd be like the sweet chin music.
Yeah, yeah. Like Cesaro's on one knee, he's just like, sweet chin music. You're like, oh my God, 1, 2, 3. The kid put him down somehow. Like that.
That would be the biggest crime for Cesaro booking. I could see Sheamus going down like that. Sheamus kind of owes us all one for kicking Daniel Bryan in the face.
Like a bro kicked Sheamus and like it takes him out.
I can't believe a 10-year-old could. I can't believe a 10-year-old could be either Cesaro or Sheamus. I'm sorry.
No.
But it would be fun to watch.
But like it was like if you're gonna go full tilt into this ridiculousness that is Braun Strowman and a 12-year-old child holding the
10-year-old. He's in the 4th grade.
10-year-old child holding the Raw Tag Team Championship. Wow, he's 10 and he's
the youngest champion of all time.
He's 10 and he's in the 4th grade.
Yeah. That's right. When I was in 6th grade, I was 12.
When you're 10, you're in the 5th grade.
Well, whatever. You got held back.
Oh my God.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't think that's true, though. I think you're 11 when you're in the 5th grade.
No.
Oh, then something was wrong, because I was 12 when I was in 6th grade.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. 5th grade, 11, right?
8th grade is 13, right? and then high school is 14. Freshman year is 14. 15 is sophomore.
This is gonna get cut out.
16
this is all
junior.
getting cut out.
17 is senior. Oh my God, this kid. Oh my God, Nicholas got held back because he became WWE champion. Oh my goodness, this is not okay. This is not okay.
Anyway, so that happened, and then he relinquishes it. So now we have Raw tag.
AOP should have came in and beat Braun. I'm gonna be real. They should have came in and beat Braun.
Yeah, they should have had Nicholas in the corner.
Yeah.
Because he was there at Raw.
Yeah.
He was there at Raw, and he should have just been like, all right, if anybody's man enough to beat me and Nicholas.
And then AOP comes out.
And then AOP is like, fucking kill you.
Yeah.
And then be like, you want some little 10-year-old? And then he just runs off.
Yep.
That's how you do that.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been great. And then it establishes a new dominant Raw Tag Team Champion.
Sure.
A new Raw. It makes it fresh. The whole tag division's on fucking notice.
Yep.
Cesaro and Sheamus like, we never got our rematch. They get destroyed by AOP.
Yep.
You just fucking put AOP over, baby, to the moon.
Yep. I'm restarting the Yep movement now that
in honor of Sammy and Kevin.
Yeah, they got the Raw deal. Yep. Got that Raw deal. Yep.
They didn't get the Raw deal actually. They wanted the Raw deal.
I see what you did there. I like that.
They didn't. They wanted
I like that.
They wanted the Raw deal.
I like what you do. I like what you did right there.
Did they go back to NXT?
I don't know. They should. They should go back to NXT.
You know what'd be funny if they are starting that UK brand? Then like they go to the UK brand, like America doesn't want Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. All right, let's talk about the Roman match, and then we'll talk about the aftermath after.
Right.
For Raw and SmackDown. I guess we should also talk about how fucking awesome. I just wanna give you the bell to bell card for NXT Takeover.
Mm-hmm. Bell
Bell to bell. 31 minutes for the North American Championship. There are 5 matches on this card. 5 fucking matches in a, 2-3 hour time span? 5 fucking matches. Okay?
Right.
There are 14 matches. NXT TakeOver. In 5 matches. First match, 31 minutes, 24 seconds of awesomeness.
Amazing.
That is Adam Cole, EC3, Killian Dane, Lars Sullivan, Ricochet, and Velveteen Dream. Our prediction for Adam Cole, baby.
Absolutely going through. Let's just. I just want to say some of the bumps in this match. Holy fucking shit! Apparently some of the bumps in the Gargano match also.
Are we gonna go back to Roman Reigns after? Are we gonna talk about the NXT card and then go?
Yes. Let's do a little.
Sure, we'll mix it up.
Yeah, mix and match.
Because I feel like I need to take a breath from that WrestleMania card anyway.
Yes, some of the bumps that happened in that night were insane.
Well, yeah,
like the powerbomb on the cement.
Money in the Bank version 1.0 level craziness.
Oh my goodness, the powerbomb onto the cement was not okay for me. When I saw that bump, my body convulsed a little bit.
This might as well have been a Money in the Bank match.
It might as well have been a Money in the Bank match. It was amazing. Ricochet taking the craziest bumps, just being like,
it was 6 competitors. Too. Yeah, it's Money in the Bank standard.
Just the craziest bumps, like the bumps that I'm like, why are you doing this, Ricochet? Why are you doing this? You just got.
Does he have the Momra tattoo? Is that what that is, by the way, Ricochet?
What does he have?
He has like the Momra tattoo from Thundercats.
I don't know.
Is that what that is? I'm gonna look it up real quick. You talk about those sick bumps.
There's so many sick bumps. Just like, why are you doing this to yourself? Velveteen Dream taking ridiculous bumps. Like almost everyone in that match took bumps that I was just like, what are you doing? Why are you guys doing this to yourselves? Why do you not love your bodies? Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa also were taking retardedly, like really bad bumps. Like, just like, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you hurting yourself this way? And it made me engaged in these matches in a way that I don't think I was ever really engaged in Mania.
WrestleMania at all.
At all.
Yeah, no.
I was like, oh man, I'm not engaged in this at all. But like Takeover, I was like, holy crap, look at these guys. These guys are taking fucking bumps.
They are Take it over, baby.
Yeah.
Dude, they fucking killed it, man. That match, it goes without saying, man. It goes without saying. It was a show worthy of a spot on the card. You know? And that's my problem with 14 match cards or 10 match cards or 8 match cards.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need 8 matches. I need 5 good matches.
Yes.
That tell a fucking story. Because if you're not telling a story and you're not compelling enough, you don't deserve a fucking spot on the card.
I agree.
And let me tell you something. There are at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches I can think of off the top of my head. 6 matches, 7 matches that deserve a spot on the WrestleMania card. The rest of them, I don't know if I needed the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial. Mm-mm. It did tell a story. Probably the second most interesting story of the night. That's sad. Like, that's your lower mid card telling a better story than some of the others. But, you know, like these cards, like, I already got into it. I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah,
but
but
look at that. 5 matches, man.
I mean, it's funny because the only other match on Mania where people were taking the kind of bumps that I was like honestly uncomfortable with was the main event.
I thought you were talking about actually the Cedric Alexander cruiserweight match was pretty cool.
It was great, but they weren't taking like the bumps I'm talking about, like that takeover level bumps where they were just like getting the shit kicked. Like,
but you're talking about like Brock just cutting the shit out of Roman?
I mean the hard way. I mean the belly to belly on like fucking Reigns' head.
He was throwing him around.
He
didn't care about Roman.
So all right. So let's just get into the main event. Let's just talk about it. Let's just get into it.
Fine. We'll go back to TakeOver after, I guess.
Yeah, let's just talk about. There's so much stuff coming out about this main event now that it's happened that is just mind-boggling and crazy.
Oh, like they changed the finish mid-match?
Oh, no. They didn't change the finish mid-match. They wrote 2 finishes, and they didn't let Roman Reigns know that they wrote a second finish. Like they wrote 2 finishes, didn't let Roman Reigns know until the day of the event. Secretly negotiated with Brock Lesnar to renew his contract on the Raw before to go home Raw. Signed it that Sunday when Roman Reigns got there and told him he was losing. Completely. So
Roman Reigns is like, I'm going over.
Yeah.
I'm going over.
Yeah, Roman Reigns is like, all right, cool. Yeah,
I'm going to be the big dog in the yard.
And then he's just like, yeah. They come in and he's just like, they're like, yeah. So
pretend I'm Roman. Tell me.
They're like, yeah. So Roman, Brock resigned.
What's up?
Brock resigned.
What?
Yeah, he's resigned and he's going over tonight.
But whoa. We've been building this thing for a year, guys.
Yeah, I know. But he's going to go over tonight. Yeah, it's just.
I mean, did I do something wrong?
No, it's not you. He's just going over. Don't worry about it. Don't cry, Roman. Don't cry.
I'm not. I just got allergies. We're in Louisiana. The air is like toxic here.
Yeah. So it's like that happened. Then on top of that, the table spot with
is this? Are we gonna have to really deal with Brock Lesnar being champion for another fucking year, dude?
I have no idea. All I'm letting you know is the table spot was not planned, right? So the spot where where Lesnar threw him through the table and then F5'd him through the table, not planned. They did not plan that at all. Lesnar just did it.
That's the guy you want to work with.
Yeah,
that's the guy you want to re-sign to a new deal.
Yeah, and then the busted open, that also wasn't planned. Lesnar just did it. Lesnar and Reigns.
Lesnar's like, let's make this a main event, guys.
Yeah.
Let's add some color.
And Reigns was like, apparently Reigns was like, whatever.
Yeah, he kind of is like that.
Yeah,
he kind of is like that.
Yeah.
Because the first match he faced him, he was like, oh, wow, this guy's really hitting me. Ow.
Yeah.
All right, this is how we're going to do this.
This is how we're going to do this. Yeah.
Like, he's mad cool. Like, all right, fuck it, I'll roll with the punches.
Yeah, like he's
like, oh, I'm bleeding now. I'm starting to lose consciousness. Fine, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, he's like, all right, you want to go stiff? Let's go stiff. Fuck it, let's just get it. Let's just fucking do it. So like, not only did Reigns find out the day of that he wasn't going over,
allegedly, but yeah, according, as the result of the match,
yeah, and then Brock Lesnar and fucking Vince McMahon, when Vince and Brock gets backstage,
allegedly they fight,
have a huge fight. Now, you know what the huge fight is over?
No, what?
The fucking
blood?
The color. Yeah, because Vince didn't okay it. And Brock's like, fuck you, whatever. This crowd sucked anyway.
It did suck.
So this is, like, fantastically ridiculous. Like, that Brock Lesnar, like, the fans.
He's like, you already gave me my money, bitch. You owe me. Yo, Brock's like, got them by the balls, dude.
Like, that Brock Lesnar, like, hijacked the match. The crowd hijacked the match. Is it like a conflation of all the most ridiculous things that could happen in a WrestleMania main event? Like,
does he have to pay him the money?
Oh, yeah.
Like, if he doesn't use him?
Oh, Brock Lesnar gets guaranteed contracts, baby. Brock Lesnar gets a guaranteed contract.
So when Brock Lesnar loses, he's like this. He's just like, oh, you got me. Oh, and then just like F5s him right after. Because he could just do that.
He can't do that.
He pulls basically the Braun Strowman finish.
Yeah.
From Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. It's amazing.
He so got them by the balls, and they let them. They gave the power to him. Like, he was supposed to lose.
That's so interesting. Like, so apparently they changed. They were like, the other story that's coming out is that they wanted Roman to go over at Greatest Royal Rumble in front of a more receptive audience.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's not going to make a fucking difference, you morons.
Yeah.
But if he, and it's stupid because it's a steel cage match. So then Brock Lesnar has like some say so over Roman, like, oh, you didn't actually beat me, you just climbed the cage.
Sure. Right.
Like,
yeah. Whatever. I think it's.
Unless they have pinfall and submission, which they normally do in cage matches.
They do, yeah.
So if that's the case and he beats him by pinfall submission, that'd be great.
Whatever. All I'm saying is,
excuse me,
this match, like it just, like, of all the matches, it smelled the most of indecisive booking and like overthinking and like Brock Lesnar's sheer laziness. Like, just like,
I hate him so fucking much.
I don't hate him, but like, he was just like, just
I do, because I feel like he pollutes the business, honestly.
Oh my god, like, just sheer lazy. Like, I'm gonna like
I'm here to clock in and clock out. Mentality is not the kind of passion that wrestling deserves. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. I agree.
Like, for us to sit here each week and put on a fucking podcast for people, means that we're passionate enough to fucking talk about it, and we're not the only ones. We're not the only people in the world who do things like this.
Yeah.
You've got other great people out there, putting out content every day, daily. Yeah. And they're passionate. We're passionate. We're passionate people. You have to be passionate about this stuff in order to fucking even enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there is a casual fan out there, but I don't know him.
Yeah.
Do you know him? I don't know him. I've never met him.
I know a couple of them, probably.
The only people I meet are people who are just, like, either really into it or had watched it at one time.
Yeah.
Or like, don't watch anymore.
I meet casuals who are like they'll know what you're talking about, but they're like, or like they'll. Like,
you'll smarten them up about something like, oh, did you know they changed the finish that night? They'll be like, oh, I didn't know that.
Or like, they'll be like, oh, you'll be like, oh, you don't know they're a fan, and they'll like wear a shirt, and you're like, oh, that's a Rusev
the closet fan.
Yeah, like, it's a Rusev shirt, and he's just like, oh, well, yeah, I watch every once in a while, and you're like,
you're casual. I don't know any. I don't know any casuals.
Like, I'm surprised. I
only know people who are like really, really into it.
I'm always surprised when I see I always see somebody show up with like that I won't expect with like a Bullet Club shirt, Or
the Bullet Club is not a casual though.
Yeah, like
you're not a casual fan if you're wearing a Bullet Club.
Or
shirt.
like with like a Shawn Michaels shirt, a HBK shirt, or like a Balor Club shirt, and I was like, oh, these guys are like interesting.
All right. Well, so fine. Let's say the plan is for him to go over at Greatest Royal Rumble, which I also heard was the plan as well, like in front of a more receptive audience.
Whatever.
Is that good? I don't know.
I don't care. I don't care at this point. I care more about a real feud between Reigns and Samoa Joe, which I think is going to be way better because those two can.
Because Joe will fucking be champion at some point. That'd be cute.
Yeah, and Joe
kind of took it to Lesnar before anybody was taking it to him.
And Joe can
for
work
8 minutes.
And Joe can work. Joe can work with Reigns. They put on amazing matches together.
Sure.
So my thing is like this. At this point, I don't blame that match.
Oh well, this is card subject to change though because we don't know who's going to be on what brand.
I don't. Yeah, that's true. I don't blame Roman Reigns for that match, and the reason why is because I've seen him put on amazing matches with at this point in the last year and a half, almost everyone. Like barring like really, 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 really bad, like not really bad or like really like mediocre talent. Like I thought that Elias match was kind of like on the borderline of being like okay, not really that great that he had with him on Raw. Other than that, he like if you put him in a match with like good talent.
I thought you were talking about Bobby Lashley. That's another thing now.
Yeah.
That's something like we're not even considering the fact that Bobby Lashley's back and Lesnar's champion.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen with that.
Well, a lot of people want to see that. They want to see this clash of the Titans between Lashley and Lesnar.
But Lesnar's not gonna. I just don't see.
He won't work well with Lashley. Yeah,
I just don't see it. My thing is like this.
He won't work well with most people. He's difficult.
Lashley Reigns. That will be a good match. That will go over really well.
But the thing is, who wins that match? You know what I mean? Like you just brought Bobby Lashley back.
Yeah,
he is a main eventer. On all platforms he goes on.
Yeah.
He's got legitimate W's in MMA.
Yes, he does.
He's actually a competitive fighter. But I don't know. I don't want to speculate here too fucking hard because clearly we don't know what the fuck they're thinking. We thought we knew.
No.
We thought we had these predictions down packed.
Yeah, I did too. I
was like, definitely. Fucking Asuka's going over, fucking Nakamura's going over, Reigns is going over. None of these motherfuckers went over, motherfucker. They went under.
You had your two prime Japanese talents go down on the same night.
I want to say racism. I really do, but whatever.
I can't say racism, but all I'm going to say is that
I just want to. It just feels like, they're not American. They won't connect. You know, like it feels like that kind of.
And then you had them both kind of be like, oh,
why win the Royal Rumble if you're going to just shove them to be fed?
Yeah.
Like, why do that?
And then you have them be like, oh, this other person's really great. Before you had to get turned, he was about to do what Asuka did, which was like, oh, Charles Bray for Asuka. I was like, Asuka should have just kicked this chick in the face and been like, I'm number one. Or so what? Just because I tapped out, you think, you're better than me? Like, you're still not ready for Asuka, whatever. Like, just like, turn her heel. Let her just like.
She works fine as a heel.
Yeah.
She was great.
But I was like, no, they had to make her be like, oh, Charlotte's great. And it's like, what?
No.
What are you doing? No, Charlotte's fantastic.
All right, so we don't know what their plans are, but right now Lashley is a shark in the waters.
He's definitely a shark in the waters.
Joe is a shark in the waters.
Yes.
Reigns, still obviously, he's the fucking man right now. He's got all the torches, except Brock's. Brock has not passed him the torch.
My thing like this, I want Reigns to take the title off of him, and then you can do whatever you want.
You could have Lashley win it from Reigns, I guess. Yeah. I want Brock to go away at this point.
At this point, I want Brock to go away.
But they just resigned him for some stupid reason. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, he's a draw. People like him. Like, I have friends online that are like, yeah, fucking Brock won. This is great. They love him. They fucking love him. Because he brings some legitimacy to wrestling.
Sure.
Like, I mean, in their eyes. I'm not saying this. Personally, I don't agree. I think he's annoying to work with. If he was a better person about things, I feel like oh, Brock's mad cool. Like, yeah, fuck it. Like he works hard and whatever. He doesn't work hard. The only thing about him is he just like kicks people's asses, and people like that. So take a page from what's making Brock special and put that in your other superstars who are easier to work with.
Yes.
Like don't just build Brock as the bruiser. Why not build Joe as the bruiser? Why not make Joe fucking vicious? He is. Joe is gonna kill you. That's what they chant. Make him fucking kill him. Let's go to TakeOver. Let's go back to TakeOver. Shayna Baszler, my prediction was correct. Shayna Baszler won.
I like the finish. I didn't like the match, but that's fine.
I didn't like the match either. I didn't care for the finish, actually. I wanted Ember to retain. I knew. I wanted kind of. I was like, I feel like Shayna wins this.
I wanted her to retain as well, but I like that she didn't tap out.
I mean, I'm just happier for her where she ended up because she ended up on Raw.
Sure.
And that's a better place for her because she is a fucking deserving talent.
Yes.
Does that hurt NXT? Yeah, a lot because like basically their whole women's division other than Nikki Cross like just left. Now they have the Mae Young Classic people and Kairi Sane.
Sanity, I was probably getting called up. I thought they were going to be called up,
but they didn't on
Tuesday.
All right, so you think they're getting called up in the shake-up?
I thought they were going to show up on Tuesday. I was very certain that like they were going to show up on Tuesday because all the other call-ups that people have been predicting had happened. No Way Jose.
I'm surprised No Way Jose came up.
I
don't know.
They're invested in No Way Jose. They like him.
But how much though? How much are you really invested? If he can't be your main eventer, why even put him on the card?
They like him in the mid card. They like he's like a functionadactyl. They love like those mid card gimmicks
the funny dancey gimmicks.
Yeah.
They miss Adam Rose. They were like, oh, how did Adam Rose not work?
No, yeah, they love Adam Rose, and it was like they love that gimmick. They love like.
Yeah, but it didn't work on the main roster.
It didn't. I mean, it
didn't work at all.
Kind of got over a little bit, but he just turned out to be kind of like not a good person. So.
Because of the domestic thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was his issue.
Those charges were dropped.
Yeah.
They were though.
They were
dropped.
But
So were the Enzo Amore charges. They were dropped.
Were they dropped?
That's what it says on the meme. That's where I get my news from memes.
WWE does not care. They have zero tolerance.
I don't care. I don't need Enzo back.
No, I'm good.
I don't need him. I don't need Big Cass either, though, for that matter. But I think... What? Why are you giving me this like, oh, I can't believe you just said that face? I don't need that. Do you need a guy who like can wrestle but can't talk? I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
You've got Joe who can wrestle and talk.
You've
got fucking Bobby Lashley who can wrestle his ass off.
Kind of talk,
I guess. Yeah, he's soft spoken.
He's a soft spoken man, but he does.
But he'll whip your ass.
He'll whip your ass definitely.
Fucking I don't know. Whatever. Look, come back and fucking prove me wrong. I like it when I'm proved wrong about wrestlers. I want to love you if you're in the ring. That's the truth. Like I look at every wrestler as a family member. You know what I mean? And like it's all tough love coming from me. I'm never trying to bury another wrestler because I think he is 7 feet tall and you can't teach that. Right. That's a fucking attraction. You know what I mean? He's an attraction. He's money. He is. Win, lose, or draw. He's money. So, I want him to come back and just fucking kick ass. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to bury anybody. That's the bottom line. But, right now I'm like, I don't need him. That's the truth. So, and now on a double match, going down the card, Undisputed Era. Wow. Swerved. Roderick Strong turns heel, bitch.
Beautiful swerve.
Fucking great match, too, on top of that. So, cool. That happened. Aleister Black is your new NXT champion.
Aleister Black deserves it. He's going to get that push. Until who's he lose to? I say Ricochet, EC3.
I don't know. All those people in the mid card match
are
contenders,
baby.
I wouldn't mind seeing him go against Velveteen Dream.
Reuniting that
fucking spark. I am the darkness. You were the light. You know, or I am the light, you are the darkness.
I don't know. Yeah, well,
I would love to see that round 2 for the belt.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's big money. They call me Big Money Dream, baby. Velveteen, woo!
So, it'd be nice to see Velveteen Dream. Ow! Velveteen Dream should be getting called up soon, probably though.
No, don't call him up. I love him where he is. You know why? He's a star where he is. Yep. He goes to fucking Raw or SmackDown. He's basically in the mid card with the Bobby Roode and fucking Jinder. Like, they don't know what to do with these guys. That's why they keep having the same 4 people face each other every week.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's so disgusting at this point. And then you've got the fucking feud of the millennium, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
Another crazy bump filled fest.
That's an hour right there. The opener and the closer, over an hour.
Yep.
You know, you didn't even have that with your main event, which was Brock versus Roman. You had that go 15:55. They're so lazy on the main roster.
That's insane. They're
so fucking lazy. I mean, if we add these minutes up, it's probably the same amount of time as TakeOver, maybe a little more, bell to bell. I'm talking about just match to match.
Wow.
That's fucking sad, isn't it?
That's crazy.
Because Triple H knows how to book.
Yes.
You know, or at least his writing team knows how to book.
And it's also a smaller show.
It's a smaller show, and there's no Vince McMahon craziness, with indecisiveness.
Yeah, because Vince McMahon's craziness is definitely a factor. So
I honestly think he's the reason that this shit, we get fucking Asuka losing and fucking Matt Hardy, you know, fucking his broken gimmick, just, you know, look, let's laugh every week. Do you remember if there was a main event on Raw, that they would show up in the opening segment?
Sure.
And they'd start promoting it.
Yes.
Or building towards it.
Yes.
And then maybe midway through the card, there would be like another segment where there was a backstage run-in leading to it.
Yes.
Or like, you know, the heel's trying to get the edge on the face, and then they'd beat him up a little bit, and then he'd go, I'll see you in the ring later. You're not going to get me like this.
Yeah.
You know? And then in the main event, he'd be all pent up and fucking angry because there was a backstage run-in mid-card, and then, main event happens. It's crazy. The show ends. It was amazing.
That'd be dope. Yeah, that's true. I remember that.
You name one time where, like, okay, Ronda Rousey and Stephanie McMahon open up a Monday Night Raw, right?
Yes.
You know, let's not focus on the fact that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, and Brock's not even there. Let's not focus on that. We're going to focus on something that was good. The best match of the night.
Right.
Ronda Rousey, Stephanie McMahon. Fine. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Ronda Rousey hurt Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie McMahon's angry now. She's backstage. She's like, I'm going to make Ronda Rousey's life a living fucking hell.
She is. Yes.
Let's say that's now the low midpoint in the show. She goes, I want Ronda Rousey in a gauntlet match against all the NXT women.
Sure.
You know, or against the Mae Young Classic girls.
Right.
I want Ronda Rousey in a gauntlet match. No, of course Ronda Rousey, she can't do that.
Sure.
She can't beat all those women, or can she? You know, like this is what you need to do. You know, or at least have her go against someone really strong. You know. I want her in a no DQ handicap match against Alexa Bliss and Mickie James tonight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then maybe Stephanie McMahon comes out there with a broken arm and all. She reveals she's not actually hurt, and then she's fucking whipping her ass. That's how you open it. You go to a midpoint. You know, you beat up Ronda Rousey. At midpoint in midway through the card, you just have her either get laid out, and then she comes out all hurt.
Yeah.
And then she still is triumphant.
I mean, that's
the hero's journey.
That was back,
isn't it?
That was back when they decided that they wanted Raw to be, must see TV. I don't know if they decided that anymore. Like, because honestly, that's must see TV to me. I'm like,
that's the hero's journey. Also, though, it's like the hero. You know, has some trouble to go through. I mean, even if they're the anti-hero, okay? Like, Ronda Rousey's going to be billed as the anti-hero. stop smiling so much and do a little bit more heel tactic shit.
Sure.
You know, I don't know. We're figuring it out. We're gonna let
scowl a little bit, madam. Scowl.
We're gonna figure it out where this ends up, but that is, you know, that's where it ended up with you know, a B grade at best with the Ronda Rousey segment. It's like, oh yeah, she's beating her up. There was no reason to really beat up Stephanie McMahon. She was, you know, shaking her hand and giving her a hug and saying, "Oh, we did it. Yeah. The women are over. We did it. Estrogen. We love it." You know, great.
It was a strange. And
then all of a sudden, she turned on Stephanie, and people cheered because everybody hates Stephanie anyway. So fine.
You know what is weird? It's just we're in a space where WWE has trained their fans to love anti-heroes, right? They've trained their fans to not enjoy baby faces, pure baby faces.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I think we should take a step back.
Not either that or just embrace the fact that people love anti-heroes and just make everyone an anti-hero.
Right.
You know, just like
well, that's what we've been saying is the faces need to have backbone.
Yeah, and then make all the heels like extra heely. Like not like nice Healy with chants, like just like it'd be like, you know, who wants to walk? What? Shut up!
Yeah, because like I'm not doing that anymore.
All right,
you guys are assholes.
That's not for you. You don't get to walk with Elias. Like it's that simple. He shouldn't be like laughing and smiling every time.
Oh wow, you guys really do love me, but I hate you.
Yeah, it's like
do I hate you?
It's like who wants to walk with? Did I tell you?
Shut your mouth. This isn't Sing Along with Elias.
All right.
I'm a real artist here.
All right. I don't do sing-alongs. All right. You don't do sing-along kids bops. This is a kids bop. This is Elias.
I'm a real artist. I'm a real man.
Yeah. Like, yeah. It's like, you know.
I took a poo earlier this morning.
You guys could never take a poo like Elias. All right. Like, yeah, it's that simple. It's like, but it's like they don't. So the heels are like, I'm gonna chant with you guys, you know, and they're like, oh, he's a heel, but like
just like looking at all the things that happen.
They're like, oh, he's a heel, but he's a wink heel. Wink heel.
Yeah, that's that, right? Yeah, isn't that what it's like?
Yeah, that's what it's like. They're like, oh, he's a heel, but like, you know,
he's a heel, all right, but we like him.
Look how evil he is. Like he's like, shut up. No, I'm not your friend.
Every time he like disses a town, I'm like, I agree. This town does have that, has that flaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so bad. Nia Jax and Ember Moon defeat Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. Yay, great. We knew that happened. Good.
Great.
We talked about that. Braun Strowman relinquishes the titles.
Talked about that.
Grade F. That's what CBS Sports gave it.
They wanted Nicholas
They gave it the F bomb.
They wanted Nicholas to get in there.
He wanted him to defend.
They wanted to get in to do the running power slam.
No Way Jose defeated an unnamed jobber.
That was okay.
Yeah. He debuted. The Bar confronts Kurt Angle, and now we got this tag team eliminator thing.
Sure.
Cool. And then the Revival won a match. Wow.
Against the Club.
Well, in their defense, the Revival have really been pushed under the card.
They have.
So they needed a fucking win at this point.
They did.
Otherwise, they just were... Why did you even call them up? They were fine where they were in NXT.
They were, indeed.
They were established, amazing tag team wrestlers on a brand that was being built up, and being built up because of wrestlers like them. Why would you take, like, probably... arguably one of the greatest tag teams with that old school beat 'em up, focus on a body part mentality, and just smart, smart heel tactic tag team, and just make them lose. Like, anytime I see them lose, I don't believe it, because I feel like they're smarter.
Yeah, well, they're like the Bar. They were the Bar.
No flips, just fists.
Yeah. Like they the same way the Bar would just like heel tactic the shit out of people, and like it made them believable, like a believable tag team that could win. That's what the Revival did, and then they came to the main roster, and then things changed. Injuries happened.
Yeah, I mean that's the only unfortunate thing.
That's the big thing. Injuries happen.
Yeah,
because they were definitely going to get a real big push against the Hardy Boys, but The bar kind of took their push. The bar. Let's be honest. The bar took their heel push.
And they did a great job with it.
They did. So yeah.
And Sheamus needs to retire soon. From what I understand, his back he's got issues.
Yeah, it's killing him.
And look, that's how it is. Unfortunately, in wrestling, spots open up all the time.
Yep.
So I'm sure we'll see them now get a spot on the card.
Yes.
Jeff Hardy returned in the Intercontinental picture of all places.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then Mandy Rose got a win.
Well, that's because Paige is going to retire.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Paige retired.
That's sad.
That was really fucking sad.
It's really sad.
The place where she debuted. She retired 4 years later.
Yeah.
This is a cruel world. This is a cruel existence.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her. But there are a lot of people who have it worse in life than Paige does.
Yes, indeed there
So, bless her heart. She kicked ass for as much time as her body would allow.
Pretty much, yeah.
And now she's making money, which is better than a lot of people now. A lot of people don't have jobs. She still has life.
She has a movie coming out. She'll be okay.
Which I saw the ad for 8 times during the course of WrestleMania.
Oh my God! All the time.
Paige, and you're like, I know your fucking movie's coming out. I want to watch it. Okay?
It's me, Paige. I want you to see my movie.
I was really happy, by the way, with Bobby Lashley's debut beating up Elias. That was great, actually.
Yeah, you're a fan?
Yeah, that was great. I loved it.
I was likewise a fan.
And then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Wow.
Yes, indeed.
Everything about them on Raw was good, including their fucking TNA segment. TNA's hiring.
The TNA thing was pretty funny, actually.
Authors of Pain, that was nice. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I feel like they should be already the champions, but fine. We'll have them beat. We got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss you, Paul Ellering. Bye. It's sad. It's sad.
I am not sad that Paul.
Say what you said before about his arthritis.
He's like, I am not sad. I'm not sad at all. Like, these are my authors of pain. Now help me with my sciatica, please. Give me my sciatica medicine. Hey, Arkham, can you please
give me the Alka-Seltzer?
Can you give me some Alka-Seltzer?
Alka-Seltzer.
Can you please, Razor, please apply my arthritis medicine on my I love Paul Ellering. Paul Ellering will still be around. He's still gonna be around.
I know, it's just funny.
But like as far as me, like, he's not gonna be with Authors of Pain anymore. I'm like, okay.
But he fits. He's part of the puzzle.
You know what? You're like the second person to say that to me, and I'm just kind of like, I don't care. I'm like,
I know, I don't care either, but I do care.
These are my authors of pain. I'm like, what do you mean authors of pain?
He wrote the book on the pain.
What do you mean, like they're like manservants? You're like,
no, he wrote the book on pain.
What?
And he shared the. You don't understand how this works?
No.
Chapter 1.
Oh my dear God, no! I don't want this.
He wrote the book. They read the book.
They said no. All right, no means no.
They read the book.
Paul Ellering.
They retained the data.
Paul Ellering was
and then they pushed Paul Ellering the fuck away. That's what happened.
Paul Ellering was like, "Why did you guys leave me out there?" He's like, I need my sciatica medicine.
I don't give a shit, Paul. I don't give a shit, Paul.
Arkham, it's in your vest. Just give it to me, please. He's like, why are you doing this to me, Paul?
My antidepressant.
Oh my God!
It's in your vest.
What are you doing? You know
how I get when you don't help me.
You know what are you doing? Give me my Levitra. Stop it, please. I have to go see Bessie tonight. Give me my Levitra. No, please. Why are you doing this, Razor? It doesn't matter anymore, Paul. All right, we're done with you.
Yeah, no. Nah, but I need you.
I was surprised that people were like, "Oh my God, they speak English." I thought they don't speak English.
He's like, "It's not about you, Paul. It's not about you.
It's never been about you."
Yeah, he said that on NXT this week. That was a nice end of the week for me. It's not about you. Get the fuck away, you old bag of bones.
No longer shall we be slaves to you. We're free now.
Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns had an angle on Raw. And welcome back, Joe. That kind of promo work is fucking missed and needed.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. I missed that match. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt defeat Titus Worldwide.
Yes, did it happen?
I didn't see that actually for some reason. Maybe I went to the bathroom or whatever. Good. My condition is winning me tag team matches with not my brother. Weird.
My condition.
What else happened? Oh, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, and Bray Wyatt meet up. Cool. That was great.
Yep.
They had a moment. So I think there will be storyline developed. That's nice that Matt and Bray and Jeff had spots on the card in multiple spots.
Right.
That's what I just was talking about. So good. They're listening to the way they used to book matches. And then there was the main event. And that was that. That was Raw. Yay.
It was great.
It was great. And then we opened up SmackDown and Paige gets a job, like I said.
Paige gets a job.
She's like, I'm retiring from wrestling, but the general manager spot was open,
I feel like from there she's going to do a pull-up of Daniel Bryan and make a comeback.
Yeah, but she has the neck thing, right?
I don't know. We don't know what her injury is. So, but it is neck related. So that's definitely,
I can't believe Carmella cashed in. It's like, and Charlotte Flair lost so unbelievably. Like she got up afterwards and she's like, I can't believe I was beat.
Yeah, that's true.
Those stupid Australian idiots came over here and beat my ass.
She did look kind of like she's like I can't. I just beat Asuka. How did these two?
Yeah,
how did these two?
They just had to give her the belt. I feel like she's gonna lose the belt next week.
Carmella?
I feel like.
Oh, Carmella winning was one of the best moments of that night. Honestly,
I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying, I feel like she's not gonna hold it long. I feel like it's gonna be.
Honestly, she should hold it for the rest of the month, and then then someone else should take it. Honestly, but
there is a pay-per-view called the Greatest Royal Rumble coming up. So
yeah, honestly, when Carmella came out and the crowd was so hot for that moment. They got behind that shit so hard. They were just like, yes, cash it in, finally. Fucking cash it in. They were chanting for her. They were chanting for her when that kind of dude was beating her up. While Billie Kay and Peyton Royce were beating up Charlotte, they were chanting, Carmella. Carmella.
It's like on The Price is Right when they're like, it's $1.50. It's $1.50 for the fucking hemorrhoid cream. And then you're like, it's $1.50. And then Carmella's like, yeah, I'm running in. I'm doing what you're saying. I'm gonna run in.
It's so funny because she was so short. She's like, no, cash it in. No, I was like, is that Carmella?
Well, she didn't even make like a audible English word.
No,
she was like, ee! Like it was like what? and then he's like, okay. And he was like mad about it. The ref. He was like, all right, I gotta do what she says.
It's like I don't.
All right, fine. There's a contract. Yeah.
She's screaming at me and giving me this briefcase. I don't know what. I don't know.
It's like, don't be an idiot, ref. And you know what? The refs are terrible. I hate the refs for this because there's moments where they run down to cash in, right?
Yes.
And then they go for it, and then the ref's like, it took too long to ring the bell. Yes. And by that point, the competitor's already knocked out.
Yes.
I hate that. It's like the minute she gives you the briefcase, that's it. Cashed in.
Boom.
Done.
Boom.
Done.
Boom.
Ring the bell. That's it. Ring the bell. I don't want to see them multiple times running it. Oh, she might do it. Oh, she didn't do it. She
did it.
But that night was good. She did some guttural. Yeah,
that was awesome. Honestly.
Yeah, it was great.
It was really fun. It was
the other awesome thing that happened, other than AJ and Shinsuke and Bobby, or not Bobby. I'm just reading Bobby and Brian. It was the fucking Usos New Day. Again. Awesome.
That was the best match. That was a match that should have been on WrestleMania, honestly. Because that match, it was like that was a pay-per-view level match. I was like, well, this is fucking intense.
Yeah, I know, but then you know,
like by the end it broke down to just like everyone was doing spots, and you're just like, I don't know who's gonna win this match. This is insane. Yeah, you're like, I was like, holy shit, what is going on? Like, you're like, okay, there's a super kick, there's a fucking big ending.
They don't put on bad matches to Usos and New Day. Like when they're together, it's like, wow, these guys can really wrestle.
I mean, they hang out together though. They're like tight. Those guys are like
the Usos were wearing the New Day socks. The ride along. Yeah, they're boys. They all fucking play games together and shit.
Yeah. They're tight as hell.
Those days inside the arena are long, man. Yeah, man. And like Usos are ready to go by like 2 p.m. and the show's not till like 8. You know?
Yeah. They chill out together. They play games. They're like tight as fuck.
It's a cool fucking existence, you know? Yeah. And like nowadays, like most of the time, these wrestlers, their wives are with them. You know what I mean? Like, so like they're all having a good life. You know?
Yeah, they have a very good existence right now. So
it's cool. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see what's going on with that. And
that's us.
And there's hope for the SmackDown roster now with, Bryan back. Like there's a lot of good shit going on. Mm-hmm. But it's all going to be shaken up in like next week.
Right.
So what the fuck is going to happen?
I have no idea.
This is like Vince McMahon's like, I'm bored now. Like, oh, you baby. Yeah. It's like, you baby. The rosters are finally starting to settle. Like we're starting.
Yeah, but like you always knew he's going to get bored. That's
but we haven't heard from Dean Ambrose in a while, so I feel like Dean Ambrose is going to get like.
Well, when is Dean Ambrose supposed to come back? When did he get injured?
I don't know. It's been a while now.
Let me check because if
we're gonna get him, we're gonna get NXT call-ups probably.
I do know. I know Drew McIntyre is coming back for sure.
Oh, he's gonna get drafted?
I don't know if he's getting drafted, but I know for sure he's almost like 100% medically cleared.
So is Cass.
Yeah, Cass is also coming back.
And Joe is obviously cleared. So, like, all these people are coming back.
Yeah. It's going to be a
beautiful day.
It's going to be a beautiful new day. New day. It's a new day, y'all.
Are they breaking up tag teams? That's the other thing. Like, Bray Wyatt, his character never recovered from the draft.
Yeah. I think he should stay in this new...
his Woken...
New Woken cult. I call it the Woken cult. He's a Woken warrior.
He's been deleted. He has been deleted, and now a new person is there.
Sister Abigail has been deleted.
He's free. He's free.
Sir, it's Sister Abigail has been deleted, not him. He's not deleted. He's been reincarnated.
You know what's funny? There's this guy who I watch on YouTube, Geekdom 101.
Right.
And he puts out these Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super videos, and I think he got into a Twitter beef with Bray Wyatt. Did you hear about that?
I read the tweets.
He's like, I was trying to put you over, brother. Like, no, you weren't.
No,
you're a fucking moron. I like that guy. That guy puts out some good content normally.
Yeah, no, that was a very smart move on his part.
It's like, this is what you look like.
Yeah.
Suck it. He never shows his face either. That's the funny thing. I don't know how Bray Wyatt got that. He's been reborn. He has new powers now. He can find your picture even if you're trying to hide your fucking ugly face from the interwebs. Sucks. Oh well. Oh man, I am so excited for this UK King of the Ring.
Yeah, so McIntyre released a tweet on March 11th talking about him getting back in the ring. Talking about, so he's coming back very soon. McIntyre's coming back very soon. Ambrose, I'm checking Ambrose right now.
I have to say though, I am excited for the Edge and Christian season 2.
Oh, I am also likewise.
I loved season 1. When they canceled it, my heart broke a little bit.
Yeah,
and then they were like, "Well, we don't have any other original new content on the I barely watch the WWE Network, and I've been paying them. I don't. I only. Like if this was a pay-per-view, okay. I would order it. You know what I mean? So like I would have it anyway.
So Ambrose is expected to miss 9 months after surgery, and he got injured on December 18th.
So September, yeah?
Yeah, September's probably when he's coming back, yeah.
It's close. I mean, those things, they always say 9 months, and they really mean 7.
He could come back early. I see him probably debuting around Rumble.
Okay.
Probably like before Rumble or like
maybe he'll come back for the greatest Royal Rumble
or Survivor Series. Maybe.
I don't know. I have to tell you, I don't know how I feel about it. What's this greatest Royal Rumble thing, man?
It's gonna be great.
Is this?
Didn't you hear that? It's in the title, bro. It's great. It's the greatest Royal Rumble.
Is this for the belt? Like, do you win the Rumble and you go for the belt and you're the greatest Royal Rumble winner? So is this better than the Royal Rumble?
It's like if you win the greatest Royal Rumble, then
you are the greatest champion.
Then you get to compete in the main event of the next 2 pay-per-views against both champions to unify the titles.
Ooh, that would never happen. That would never fucking happen.
But that would be really cool, though.
I just want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I don't know what the deal is with that. I hate these things. This is supposed to be what Starrcade was.
I'm sure that Roman Reigns is going to win the greatest Royal Rumble and lose the cage match. And then get a title match to win. Or Samoa Joe wins.
I don't know what's happening anymore. We just had the Royal Rumble.
Well,
we just got over it. Well, I love the Royal Rumble. It's my favorite event of the year. But look, we've been talking for 2 hours.
We have. It's been a jam-packed episode.
It's been, okay. Well, listen, guys. Thank you for tuning into the Smark Tank. Please check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/ILikeSmarks. Email us at wearesmarks@gmail.com. And write to us on Twitter at ILikeSmarks. It was great talking wrestling with you guys this week. We will be back next week.
We will. Later, guys.